need to make sure that I capture my voice, so that at the end of the video I won't have that issue of voice not being captured. So I'm actually recording my voice separately, so that at the end of the video, if the section doesn't actually capture my voice, we'll be able to have a backup of the audio. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the chat so we can look at what we have this week. First of all, let's review what we have previously. Okay, J40, I told you guys. Unfortunately, the last episode we had only 14 views. Only 14 views on the last episode. I don't really know what happened. Guys. Only 14 views, and I shared this J40 with you guys. I told you guys that everything is perfect for this pair to move higher. You just look out for entry, okay? And if you're a member of HSM, of course you know our entry. Straightforward. Wait for key level, harmonic pattern, align with key level, and then liquidity sweep, and then we look for our entry. So right now we've actually made massive profits on this J40. Okay guys, we're not joking here, we're serious. We're making real money, and I'm teaching you guys how to make real money from this market. You don't need to pay huge money to all these gurus to learn. Okay, you follow our strategy, follow our steps, you'll be able to learn how we do it here. Okay, we show real results, both our wins and our losses. Okay, so let's look at targets for this J40. We've had right now price have actually pushed to 0.382. We've actually achieved the 0.382 TP1. We're looking at achieving 0.5, which is actually the second take profit level, and the final take profit level is at TP3, which is at 24067. Yeah, so that is 0.61, which is the final target. But then I'm expecting price to break structure to the upside. Yeah, because we are bullish. Break of structure. I'm expecting price to break structure to the upside. So this is actually almost through the end of September. So by next couple of 1 or 2 months, I'm expecting J40 to make a new high. Yeah, so that is that on J40. And then also let's look at what we have also on US oil. I talked about US oil also last week. I told you guys that everything is ready for this guy to move up. Last week, that was on Monday. This was where price was on that Monday. Here, that was where price was on that Monday. And I told you guys that this level is very sweet because we already have key level, we have liquidity sweep, and then all we look for is just entry. Okay, and then if the trade is gonna play out, you don't need to be scared to take the trade, provided they have seen your confirmations. If it's gonna play out, it's gonna play out. If it's not gonna play out, it's not gonna play out, no matter when you enter the trade. So that is just the concept. And then right now we've actually had massive profits also on this US oil. We've achieved take profit level. Stop loss is now at entry, and then also final target is at this level, which is actually 0.5. Since this is a sharp pattern, if we be able to break above 0.5, break above 0.618, we are getting to 0.886, and that means we are creating a new high on US oil. This is Henry the Great. This is how I do it here. Real results. I don't boast. I put my effort to learn how this thing is being played and to give you guys clarity in the market, and so that you guys look at what is working and then join the ministry, right? Don't just be on the sideline, join the ministry. Okay, so this is all we've been having last week. Also last week I talked about JP225 as well. I told you guys that JP225 also, but the issue I had on this trade was I didn't get liquidity for this sell, right? I didn't actually get liquidity for this sell. We have a valid order block there on the let me zoom in on that. We had a valid order block there on the 4-hour time frame, and then we also had we have a couple of liquidity sweep. Okay, we have liquidity sweep here. I missed it. Don't look at this. I didn't take the trade. I didn't actually take this trade. I missed it, and it's actually playing out very, very well. It's playing out very well. Close below, liquidity sweep. Key level was just 4-hour order block, and then you have liquidity sweep there, and then a close below, and then the trade right now is in massive profit. This is a good level to take profit because this low is a low hanging fruit. Price is actually getting to that level, Okay, so it's a good place for you to take your profit. Okay, so even though this is actually a swing setup, I'm expecting price to correct back into this level. This is all called an AB equals to CD pattern of the harmonic pattern. Okay, so now also last week we talked about GDP card, and then that I told you guys that we expect price to push back into this level, and then so when price pushed back here, we had this aggressive sell to this downside. So I was in this trade, then I took profit and I moved stop loss to break even. So I've been taken out of this trade at break even with small profit. Okay, so I'm expecting price to push back into this level. I'm expecting price to push back into this level. So if price can be able to push back into this level, give us confirmation for a sell, we'll be looking at to take another sell. Okay, so this week we'll have a lot of things this week, but then for pairs that have USD in them, I'll be waiting after NFP to actually execute them, even though we are getting some volatility in the market right now, even though it's too early, but right now we're actually getting some volatility in the market. So right now, what we'll have this week, we'll have some couple of trades this week. First of all, let's talk about GDP CHF. Now for GDP CHF, this guy has been pretty much bearish. It has been pretty much bearish. Now for those of you who actually took this buy last week, now let me tell you guys what actually happened here. First of all, we have this key level which is valid, and then we also have liquidity sweep here of the key level which is valid. But then since price are taking time to come back to this key level, we'll be looking for another liquidity sweep and a confirmation for the buy. And if you look at this price structure, it is a struggling price structure, so it's something that you guys should actually look at for. And then first of all, because we trade harmonics, you don't just pick entry from anywhere. So I was able to identify this harmonic pattern, which is a bat pattern of 0.886, and if you zoom in on that, anything that happens before price takes 0.886 is not valid. So when price takes 0.886, which is actually here, when price tested 0.886, which is actually here, we didn't actually get a confirmed liquidity sweep and a confirmation entry. Nothing was confirmed. We had this bearish move to this point. Nothing was confirmed. There was no structure shift or anything. Okay, the second touch again into this level. For the second touch again into this level, a bearish momentum with no confirmation for a structure shift. Price went up, swept this high. This was when a sweep of liquidity of this high. There was no confirmation for the buy. Okay, so right now price have actually pushed back again deeper into this level with a bearish momentum, and then we'll have a close above. So if you're looking to actually buy this pair, this is the best time to actually buy. Okay, now your stop loss is actually below this low. So if price keep on pushing below, just as it's pushing, I keep pushing, and then takes out this low, this whole stuff becomes invalid. CHF is still very much strong. Yes, CHF is still very much strong. That is why GDP CHF is actually struggling to push all the way up. But then we are getting a lot of momentum here before market closed last week, and then we'll have this close above, this liquidity sweep close above, and I'm expecting price to actually take out this high. If price can take out this high, then we'll have this confirmation that yes, we are ready to do what, to push all the way up. So now what we are looking to see here is how price is actually reacting. This is actually a gap, so I'm expecting price to fill this gap and see what happens. So if price keep on pushing below, then we'll just have to accept the loss and then move on to another trade. But right now, this is the only perfect time to actually buy this pair. This is the only time to buy this pair if you're looking to buy it. So you have to exercise a lot of patience when you're trading this GDP CHF. So we have CAD CHF. The same thing with CAD CHF also. Last week, because of CHF CPI, we had this massive push to this upside, and then right now price is pushing down. I'm actually on this trade. Yeah, I'm on this trade. So stop loss is below this low. If you keep pushing down and then takes us out, we accept the loss and move on to another trade. So this is going to be a -1 hour on this trade, because that is how it is. You keep the risk low while you actually hold trade that are playing out well. You make sure that the ones that are not playing out well, you keep the risk low. Okay, so that is just it for right now. There's nothing to do, there's nothing to panic about. Everything is clean on this setup. Everything is actually clean. So if it doesn't work out well, by next week we're actually going to review it and see how it plays out. So GDP CHF and CAD CHF we'll look at on that. Okay, so now we also have this one also on Euro GDP also. So we have this setup also on Euro GDP. Last week we were expecting price to push all the way down, but then unfortunately we didn't actually get any of that. Nothing like that happened. Okay, so if you look closely into here, you see that there was nothing at all. Bullish candle push into this level, there was no market structure shift. We had this liquidity sweep with no confirmation. Bullish candle push into this key level also, there was no confirmation. But right now we have a close below. We had a close below this level. That is why we are actually getting this little reaction right now, because we have a close below this level. So what we are looking to see here is to see what price will do, because already we have this little fair value gap here that price could react from. So right now, even though we are bullish, like we are actually bullish on this market, so I'm expecting a break of structure. Yeah, I'm expecting a break of structure to the upside, because we have had break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. So we are bullish on this market. So a sell price will trade below this guy, and then probably we'll have a temporary push to mitigate all these internal key levels, and then we can see ourselves pushing to the upside. So right now I'm just looking to see what happens on this trade. Fingers are crossed. I'm actually on the trade. Yeah, I'm actually on the trade. There is nothing to do. We just have to wait and see how it plays out. So GDP CHF, CAD CHF, and Euro GDP. Let's look at what happens. Today is Monday, and then I'm not looking to take any trade again till after NFP. The ones I'm holding, I'll keep holding on to them. So that is just that. So now this week we'll have Euro NZD, AUD NZD, and NSD CHF. Okay, for Euro NZD, this is actually going to be a swing trade. It's going to be a swing. It's going to be a swing. It's going to be a swing. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a swing, because price is not trading into this key level. This is actually a key level that we have mapped out in the past. It's a huge level that has been there for a very long time. This is a key level that has been there for a very long time, and the price have traded into this level right now. So it's almost there, almost there. And then we are bullish. Okay, we are bullish, break of structure. So the only harmonic pattern we'll be expecting is extension harmonic patterns like the crab, butterfly, the deep crab, and all the shark 1.1, 1.13, and also the AB equals to CD patterns. Okay, so right now we are bullish, so we're expecting to see price react from this key level and then give us confirmation for a sell. And like I said before, it's going to be a swing. It's going to be a swing. Okay, so AUD NZD, the same thing with AUD NZD. We are still bullish. Since we are bullish, we'll be expecting what? An extension harmonic pattern into a key level. This is actually a key level that I've mapped out. This key level is actually very much valid. Okay, and then price is coming back into this key level of October 2022. You can imagine for a long time right now, price is coming back into that level, and it's a very huge bullish momentum. So we'll be looking where we can be able to exhaust this bullish momentum, clear off all of these fair value gaps, and then react into this level. So right now we'll be looking to see what happens right now on AUD NZD. We'll look to see liquidity sweep and a close below confirmation for a sell. As simple as that. So NSDJPY, the same thing with NSDJPY, and NZDJPY, the same thing with NZDJPY. We're looking to see what price will do as it approaches here. We have this setup right here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens here. If we'll be able to see a reaction and then a confirmation for a buy, we'll actually take this buy probably by Tuesday or by Wednesday this week. So this is what we're looking at to see, and then we're actually getting a reaction from this level. So let's see if we're gonna get a confirmation for this buy to the upside. So Euro CAD, this is also another swing setup. So I have a swing on Euro NZD, AUD, NZD, and then Euro card. So for Euro card, this is a key level that price is trading into. So, and then because we are bullish, we'll be expecting extension harmonic patterns, which is of course AB equals to CD pattern is one of the extension harmonic patterns that we expect after a break of structure. Okay, so right now be expecting to see price react inside this key level and give us a confirmation for a sell to this point. So it's going to be a swing setup. We'll have this key level here, we also have this key level here at the final take profit level. So it's going to be a swing. I'm expecting price to take out this high, give us a confirmation for the sell. Okay, so Ethereum USD, for Ethereum USD, we are still very much bullish on Ethereum USD. We have a massive break of structure after all of these things that happened in the past. We have had this break of structure also, but then on this leg we are bearish on this leg. So we have a lot of key level below, but then we have this setup here. Even though it's a setup, I'm not taking it, reason being the fact that we have a lot of room below. So I'm not taking this setup, and the reason why I'm not taking this setup is simple. There is no valid liquidity for this buy. We have a lot of confirmation, but then there is no valid liquidity for this buy. The liquidity is not valid. The liquidity is not valid at all. It's not. So I'm not taking this buy. So, but then by next week, if price can be able to keep pushing below, by next week, I think by next week we're going to look at this setup by next week. So if price can be able to push to this level, by next week we'll look at this setup, okay, on Ethereum USDT. Okay, so I think I've exhausted all we'll have this week. Okay, the last one is USD CHF. We had this setup last week, and I told you guys that I'm expecting price to push back into this level for a continuous buy to the upside, but unfortunately price was able to react from here and then keep pushing all the way up. So right now I don't really know where price will react from. Probably could react from here, or it could come back and react from here, or it could come back to this level. We don't know. So right now it's going to be a mystery for us. If you're not able to catch this buy, you can look for continuation, but I'm not good in catching continuations. I'm always good in catching at the beginning of the trend. So right now it's gonna be a mystery for me if price doesn't come back into this level. Okay, so I think I've exhausted all I have. Is there another one I've not reviewed for you guys this week? So I have a lot of things on these guys, but then like I said before, I'll be looking to see what NAP does before taking any of this trade. We have this one here on USD card. It's actually a swing also. I'm expecting price to clear off all this fair value gap and react from this key level. But then since this week is a week of NAP, I'll be waiting to see what NAP will do, if we're going to make a new high or we keep pushing below. So for right now, I'm not taking any trade on USD pairs until after NFP. I'll wait for after NFP to see what happens. Okay, the same thing with this guy also. We'll have this setup also, it's a swing as well. And then also, if you're wondering, we also had last week, we had last 2 weeks or so, we had this massive sell on NSD USD, which I actually reviewed this trade before it played out. I talked about it and it played out massively well. Okay, so this week we are seeing this reaction. This is actually a swing setup on NSD USD. Okay, but then like I said, I'm gonna wait till after NFP to see what NFP will do before trading any of the USD pairs. Okay, NSD card, nothing. We had massive sell NSD card. It was a massive sell. So whatever we do here works, guys. And I want you guys to believe one thing: consistency is something that you do and you keep doing it and you keep seeing results. As simple as that. There is nothing to worry about. What we do here work. Key level, harmonic pattern, liquidity sweep, and then entry. That is all we do here, and it works, and it works, and it will keep working. So you have to just be part of this family. Okay, so this is also on GDP USD. We have the massive sell last week, so right now we don't have any form of confirmation or any kind of entry for a buy. But on Euro USD, we have this setup here, and you know that Euro USD is still very much bullish. So this guy is still bullish. Break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. I'm expecting another break of structure to the upside, but then this setup is valid, but it has played out and it has played out. So right now there's nothing you can do. It has gone. So it's opened on Friday, so and they traded all the way up to this point. So right now, if you're not on this buy, sorry, it's a miss trade for all of us. Okay, so we have liquidity sweep, we have key level, we have harmonic pattern. This is actually a bad pattern of 0.886 from X to A. This is a bad pattern of what? 0.886. Okay, so this is a bad pattern of 0.886. You can see our price reacted from that 0.886 and then gave us a reaction to the what? Upside. So everything we do here is very much precise. Okay, so the last one I have here is on USD-JPY. Now I actually saw this entry that was last week Friday, but the reason why I didn't take it is because the key level is not clear enough. We have a lot of room here to the upside, so the key level was confusing. That was why I didn't take this trade. So I was like, is price coming to react from this other block or this huge fair value gap? So the key level wasn't clear for me, so I didn't take the trade. Yes, we had a liquidity sweep, we had a massive liquidity sweep there, and then a close below, but then unfortunately, like I said before, the key level wasn't clear for the sell, so that is why I'm not on this sell right now. Okay, so but it is a valid harmonic pattern, a valid liquidity sweep, and a valid entry, but the key level was confusing, so that is why I was not on this trade. So this will bring us to the end of this market breakdown this week. So I love you guys, and if you're watching the recording, if you have any questions at all, please always reach out, and then I'll encourage you to also join the HSM Academy to learn how to do this on your own. Okay, instead of depending on signals, learn how to do this on your own. Also, if you have not gotten our harmonic pattern indicator for MT5, the link will be below this video to also get that indicator to start making profits with that indicator as you're learning how to also trade. So I love you guys, and I wish you guys all the best. So join our WhatsApp free signal group. Here we'll post updates in regards to all this setup, and then this will be all for now, guys. And then bye for now, as I see you guys next week as we review the outcome of this trade. And this will be all for now, and then bye for now, guys.